Alright guys, what's up? It's Jeff from Everything Outdoors and Delicious Home Cooked Meals. Tonight I'm making a maple chipotle roast pork. Here it is here. And we're going to be cooking it in the Ninja Foodie. So, first thing we're going to add, I'm going to set my phone down here so I can do all this. What's better? Alright, first thing we're going to do, add some chicken broth to the Foodie's pot. So you want to add about a cup. I'm going to guesstimate it here, so let's see here. So that's 1 cup right there. And then I'm going to add about we'll say a tablespoon of garlic to that. Alright. We'll leave the garlic here because I'm going to put a little bit of garlic on top of the roast as well. So next thing we're going to do, I'm going to put the rack inside the Ninja Foodie. Keep the roast elevated out of the liquid. Just kind of steam it. You want it down closer to the liquid. And we're also going to put an onion in there. So the onion cut up. Okay. I always take the first layer off with the onion. It's just something I've always done. So, okay. And we're just gonna quarter the onion, like so. Alright, just in quarters. Bring the onion over here. We had to bust the onion up a little bit to get it to fit in there. So next, we're going to put our roast in there. So, this is our roast. Pretty good size. Nice little fat cap on the top. Good flavor. It's already got some spices on it. Set that in there. So, and this is just the way that I do it, guys. I'm not saying it's the only way. Just how I do it. So, now we're going to take a little bit more garlic. With another tablespoon. Drizzle it on top. We're just going to rub that minced garlic all over the top, like so. Alright. And we're going to get a little bit of salt and pepper. Just a little bit of salt. And we're going to put pepper on the top of it, like so. And don't forget, you get that chipotle rub on there, so you don't want to put too much pepper. You don't want to be too spicy. Okay. Now, we need the pressure lid for the Foodie. You put the pressure lid on, you get this arrow here that lines up with that lock there, and then you just turn it to lock it, right? So, before we do that, we're going to put a few more spices on there. I'm going to go with parsley for a garnish. And throw some. Sorry guys, I've got a lot of space here. Kind of all over the place. A little bit of onion powder. That's all. Just kind of guesstimate this. I just sprinkle it just till the top's coated in it. That's probably good. This back up here. Put the lid back on the garlic. And now we're ready to seal it up and put the lid back on it. So we get a pressure lid. Sorry guys, trying to do this with one hand. You put it on, we're going to turn the foodie on, like so. And we're going to move this to seal, right? Come down here, we're going to go to pressure on high. And we're going to go about 20, say 23 minutes. Hit start. You're going to let the pressure build up. When the pressure builds up, this will come all the way up, and you won't be able to remove this once the pressure's up until the pressure's gone. And then we're going to let it do a natural release, which means we just leave it on seal and it'll naturally release the pressure, and that keeps your meat nice and tender. So now we're going to do roasted Brussels sprouts and roasted roasted green beans. Okay. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is put our
me do my two-step.
So then you're going to trim the ends on the beans, and we're going to trim the ends on the Brussels sprout and cut it in half, like so. Okay, we're going to do that to all of these. So I'll pick you up once I get that done. All right, guys, we are back. We got our green beans all trimmed and washed up. And our Brussels sprouts are all trimmed, washed up, and cut in half. So we're just going to mix them together here right quick. So then we're going to take some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put this on, drizzle the top. It's just enough that it's enough to get the spices to stick to them and to put a little crisp on them. You don't want to burn them though. Make sure you don't burn them. So then we're going to mix that up like so. Okay. And then we're going to rinse our hands. It took about 10 minutes as well, I should mention. I'll show you here for our foodie to come up to pressure. So now it's pressure cooking for Next 18 minutes and 33 seconds. That's how you know it's up to pressure. It's all the way up. Let's come back over here to the veggies. I apologize for these camera angles, but it's the best I can do right now. So we're going to put some parsley on, just dust it, like so. Okay. We're going to go with some garlic powder. Just find it sticks to the vegetables better, coats them better. Alright. And this is really going to be how much you want to add to it. On myself, we like garlic here, so. And then we're going to do a little bit of salt. Nothing crazy. That's good. And then some black peppercorn on top of that. Right? Like so. Oven's on 350. And we're going to put these into the oven. Let those go. We'll check them again in about 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them. You don't want to burn them. Want to make sure that you got that crust that we're looking for on the veggies, but don't burn them. So, like I said, just keep checking them. And to your desired, I'm going to call it, I don't know what the word would be, roast them to your desired texture. I don't like them overdone. I like them with a bit of crunch. You still want some of the nutritional value in them. You don't want to bake that all over them. And then, once the stuff's done, we'll come back to you and show you the finished product. Thanks, folks. Alright guys, welcome back. We've had this pressure cooking now for about 24 minutes. The reason I pressure cook it is because pressure cooking locks all that moisture inside the chunk of meat. Gives it a little boost for the cook. So I do the pressure cook for 24 minutes and then I'm going to roast it on the roasting feature in Ninja Foodie for about an hour and a half. So we're going to do this here now, and I got to release the pressure. So I'm going to do a quick release. Which is that right there. So we'll let that go and then we'll set up for the roast. Veggies come nicely. We'll be back with you. Alright, so now that we got our pressure released, see how the little nubby there is all the way down, or vent. Now to be safe to open the lid. So unlock it, pull the lid up. You can see just how far that 24 minutes of pressure cooking shrunk that up. That's why I do that. So now we no longer need the pressure lid because we're going to be doing the roasting function. And once it's done roasting, we're going to air crisp it to give it that skin, that nice barky texture. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to leave it like that on that rack, and we're going to roast it on the rack. And then once the roasting's done, we'll move to the air crisp basket, and that's where we'll air crisp it, probably on 390 for 10 minutes or so. So let's do that now. So we'll just close that up like so, power it on. We're going to go down here to roast, and let's say I'll go, what do I want to do? I'll say probably 345, and we're gonna go an hour and a half. or start, just like so. And we will check this periodically, just so it doesn't burn. Maybe take some of them juices and baste it. Alright guys, back with you once it's closer to being done. Alright guys, so we have the roast in on the roasting feature. It's been in now for probably almost 40 minutes. Starting to get a nice little bark on it. And our vegetables are now, they're done the roasting process. So as you see, not burnt, just got that little bit of char. I like that. Not everybody likes that, so again, it's all on how you feel. So just keep an eye on them. Those are in there on 350 for about 30 minutes. So to me, that's just perfect. Can't wait to taste them. They're going to be delicious. And then we're going to be doing some potato wedges. Those are just bagged potato wedges to go with it all. Bear with me here. Just Cavendish restaurant style, kettle style wedges with some seasoning on them. Let's check on our roast. See that nice little bark that it's getting on it? So what we're going to do at this point is I'm just going to take some of that chicken stock that I put in there, that 1 cup, and I'm just going to baste it a little bit, like so. And that's just to keep it from drying out. Lock that flavor in there. And just like that. Close it back up. Walk away. I also added a little bit of a seasoning here. I picked up at Costco. Maple bacon flavored seasoning. It's a maple chipotle roast, so that should be good. I know it's smelling pretty darn good. So 1 hour, 5 minutes. We will come back. We'll baste it in between that. Probably within the next 20 minutes, baste it again. That'll be it. Then we'll come back and we're going to do air crisp it for a little bit, depending on how much bark's on it. And yeah, then it should be time to cook the taters, plate them. We're going to do 400 degrees for the taters, probably, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. We'll keep an eye on them as well. We're also going to check the temperature of that pork, probably, if I can find my thermostat or my temperature gauge thingy. Alright guys, we'll be back with you. Alright guys, so I just flipped this over. We're getting quite the decent bark there on the other side, so flip it over, let it cook on this side a little bit. I'm shooting for an internal temperature here of 205 degrees Fahrenheit. We're at 171 currently, so we got a little bit longer. Still got 45 minutes on the clock here, so I'm just going to turn it down a little bit, let it cook at a bit slower rate here for the next 45 minutes. And check in about 20 minutes and probably baste it again. Alright guys, so let's pull our thermometer out here and close the lid. Adjust the temperature down. We're going to go down to, we'll go 330. Because we're also going to air fry that a little bit maybe, depending on how much bark's there. So, alright guys, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so we are finished the roasting process. The safe internal temperature for pork is 145 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can go up and up and up to your degree of doneness. So we are going to read I like it done a bit better on 145 myself. I don't think I want to go to that 205 like I originally said. Maybe for a bigger piece of pork shoulder, but we're looking at about 170. Just keeps climbing. I'm not sure how accurate this thing is either, 100%. It's definitely done. So we're looking at like, yeah, it's there you have it, guys. 174 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we're going to do now is pull that thermometer out. We're just going to air crisp this for 5 or 6 minutes and see if we can't crisp up the top, get a little bit more of a crust on that, and then we'd be good to eat it. And then we're just waiting on taters. So, got the air crisp basket in. Go down here to air crisp. I'm gonna go 375. We're gonna go 6 minutes. And we'll peek on it every now and again. Alright guys, well that's air crisp, and we're gonna make a little Alright guys, so here's the glaze that I made. Nice and thick, but a little bit runny. Good consistency. And it tastes damn good. Let me tell you. My mouth is watering after tasting it. Can't wait to put that on the pork. It's going to be delicious. So I'm letting the roast just rest for about 10 minutes before cutting, serving. Just heating up the veggies a tiny bit, waiting for the taters to finish. And we will be good to go to eat. So I'll pick you up once plated. So, what do you think, Chef Sade? I think it's all ready to eat. Yeah? I think so too. Come get a treat. Come here. Come here, Bogus. Nicknames for my pooch. Give her one of the dehydrated sausage. Sit. And paw. No, paw. Other paw. Down. Good girl. Good girl. This here is just a balsamic vinegar glaze. It's really good on vegetables, especially roasted vegetables. You just drizzle it over top. So I'm going to be doing that with my Brussels sprouts and green beans. Yep. Alright folks, that's going to be the end of this one. I hope you have a great supper like I'm about to. I can't wait to dive into this. It smells amazing. Looks delicious. Oh my goodness, I already have a bit of a taste. It's A1. Give it a try. It's not as hard as it looks. I make a lot of mess and I'm back and forth a lot when I cook. Yeah, so give it a try. It's a great meal for the family. Feeds a good amount of people. Quick, simple. You don't get to stand there and watch it. You just check in on it every now and again. And yeah, nice, healthy, hearty, tasty meal. Delicious meal. So, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, folks. Like, subscribe, comment.